I'm Dodi, and this is Dodi's page on YouTube. Um, yeah. Hey, I'll put my hat on. Yeah. I don't feel like seeing stars today. Yeah. I was taking a break, and I'll tell you this little thing that just happened. I'm in the restroom, and washing my hands, at the sink, and I hear this groaning behind me. I didn't know if the lady was in pain, if she was having an orgasm, if she was struggling. It sounded like, what is, like, I just heard it. You hear some crazy things in the bathrooms. Anyway, I'm in the bathroom, and I'm hearing this moaning and groaning in the bathroom, in, one of the stalls. And I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? What is this lady? I expected her to come out all satisfied or something. Okay. Nope. I thought she was on this side, but she was on this side because I'm facing the sink. And she comes out and she's like barely hanging on to the door, looking down, uh, you know. And I told her, "You okay?" And hello. And she says, "No." And I told her, "Well, do you need some help?" She says, "No, I don't need no help." And what did you say here? Said hi. Yeah, hi. Echo in lady. Okay. Hi there, hi there. Anyway, so this one lady, she's looking and she's like leaning on the door, and I'm like, like, can I help you? And I'm like, do you need help? Do you need water? Do you need, no, 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 like, you want me to leave you alone? Like, what, And she's like begging for mercy, but at the same time, I'm trying to offer my help, and she wants nothing to do with it. Like, okay, you take care of yourself. So I went and I bought me some cool earrings. And let me see who else is on here. Gotta say hi. Steve, 123. Hey, that's my truck number. 123. It's trigger 123. Give me a thumbs up and give me a. I only need like 3 subbies to break 500. So please give me a sub. Okay, give me a sub. So anyway, uh, Echo is my snake. Okay. What's wrong with the snakes? Okay. So anyway, um, I'm in, I go and shop around and stuff like that. So I go and pay for these earrings. I was going to give me something to eat, but I don't need something to eat. So I got these instead. So anyway, I go over there and she's in the counter. behind the cashier. And she's like, still looking down. She's not, she's just like looking down. And I told her, you feeling better? You okay? And she's, I'm okay. I'll never get better. She's that, like, well, she just made a decree. She's telling the universe, she's telling herself, she's telling everybody around her that she's in pain and she's going to stay in pain. Like, I told her, well, can I tell you something? And she told me the price. Like, okay, there's the money. She said, I've been hurt like this, and I've tried all kinds of things, and nobody can help me. And just constantly, just like, boom, just negative, like at me. I thought, well, you know what? You gotta start. Hi, Barry. How are you doing? It's too freaking hot today. No, it's not. You like it down there in Florida. You like it hot. I'm sure you're wearing your Speedos on the coconut tree. Throwing them at your workers. I'm sure you're doing that. Telling them to get to work. So anyway, so this lady, she's like, I told him, let me tell you something. And she's just complaining and complaining and complaining. And I told her, you gotta stop being so negative with yourself. I'm not being, that just like lit a fire on her, negative, so that's like, I'm not negative. And I'm like, hello? Like, I thought to myself. And no use staying there arguing, because if you argue with a negative person, you're just adding fuel to the fire. You're just, if they're burning, let them burn. Because they're going to try to throw that negativeness, try to blame the hurt, the situation, all that. They're going to always try to throw it on you, because that's how negative works. And I thought, and then she's like brushing me away and stuff. Like, so just have a nice day. It's like, she didn't want to hear that. She didn't want to hear anything nice. She just wanted to hear bad things. And that's toxic. Stay away from people like that. Steve, yeah, I said hi, Steve. Yeah, well, give me a sub. My goodness. And what up? What does what up mean? What does that mean? I was just looking at something a little while ago. They got this FPU something dogs at DOB something MCS something. Like, people need to, you really need to start spelling out the words, like, what up? What does that mean? What up? Look it up in the dictionary, you won't find it, okay? You guys need to start talking English and start typing English. Like, where'd you go to school at, Sometimes it's interesting to argue with stupid people. Let them expand